Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you all had a great week. I am back again for another plan with me and a follow-up on everything that happened last week. So this week I am using pretty much all Sammy Doodle design stickers. I think I have this super cute galaxy kit that's like foiled with hollow foil, so I'm really excited for that. These are like transparent stickers that kind of go with it, so I'm really excited for those. I've never really used transparent stickers, and then like transparent ones that aren't foiled, I guess. These astrology ones that kind of go with that, and then some other things. Oh, and there's these galaxy coffee cups, or not really necessarily even coffee cups, you can use them for anything. So they match as well, so I'm really excited for that. Some post-it notes, foiled memo, so lots of foil moments and galaxy stuff, so should be a fun week. So let's get into it. Last week I was having dinner with my dad, and I was telling him everything that happened over the week, all of the craziness with Amelia and her accident, and then her family, and the money with the Crowleys and the Topums and all of that stuff. So anyway, I was telling him everything that was going on, and he told me that I should basically go and try to, since it was bothering me, he knew that like I wasn't going to be able to let it go, so I should try to meet up with some of the family members and help them out to see if I could figure out like what was going on with the will, why none of them were getting the things that they were promised and everything. So that's a lot of what I did this week. I met with several different people and met lots of people and had a lot of fun. So I'm excited to kind of talk through that. Right now I'm really just enjoying this kit. It's like so shiny and fun. Still kind of getting used to using the Happy Planner. Everything is just a smidgen bit different. I think I like it, but just getting used to it. Okay, so I went ahead and filled out most of my labels for my class schedule at least, and I'm using this week, since this kit is so fun and galaxy-esque, I'm using a metallic jelly roll pen. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay. On Monday mornings, I always start with bright and early. I have class. And I really, on Monday, didn't do a whole lot other than go to class. I was like so tired from the week before. I kind of took the first couple of days easy. Well, the first day easy, I should say. Really, once Tuesday hit, everything kind of started to pick up. So yeah, so Mondays I have class all morning, afternoon, and then I have work. And I think I'm gonna use one of these to write in my work schedule. I just love all of them so much, it's hard to decide. That's crooked. Okay, I have to say, coming from Plum Paper, I love how easily the stickers pull up in comparison. Okay, so on Monday I had to work 4 to 8. wasn't that bad. Shannon was there, but she was nice to me for some reason. Makes me wonder if she's got something up her sleeve. All right, so Tuesday I went to breakfast with Bess and we invited Vanessa. She is, I'm not sure if you remember from last week, but she is the neighbor that I met, Amelia's neighbor that needed the voice throat surgery. And so we invited her and it was really nice. She's like, I really like her. I think she's gonna become a good friend. Okay, so while we were at breakfast, I got all of the family drama. So since Vanessa lives next door to Amelia and she's like really good friends with Crowley, and all of that, like she kind of had the inside scoop on a lot of this stuff. So we learned about Crowley's brothers, who they own a farm together, and they've been they thought that they were gonna get some money and didn't. And then let's see, he has like an older aunt, and she owns a little restaurant. She thought she was gonna get some money, didn't. So also Vanessa's sister was supposed to get some money for a scholarship. So several different people that were, you know, thinking that they were gonna get this money and then didn't. So I'm gonna follow up with some of them later, but I thought that was really interesting. So we'll get more into that as the week goes on. But anyway, so we got breakfast at this cute little spot, and then I had to go run to class. Okay, and then after both of my classes on Tuesday, I took some much needed time for studying. So yeah, breakfast was really interesting. I learned a lot. It really made me sad though for all of these people that were promised this money, and they all sound like really nice, and Crowley sounded like a really nice guy too. It just like seems really fishy that the Topums, who are like Crowley's another cousin, they had a really big family, and they're already really wealthy, and they for some reason got awarded all this money, and everybody is like kind of just feels like it's really suspicious because first of all, they're not very nice people, and they didn't really have a good relationship with Crowley before he passed. They just like took him in right before he died. Like I mentioned last week, he was pretty sick. I don't know like the details of his illness, but he was kind of, I don't like that. So yeah, he was sick before he passed. They all kind of knew that it was going to happen, which is kind of how all of like these promises of money in the will and everything got started, because he was, you know, trying to get his affairs in order. And then the Topums just kind of like swooped in, and everybody's like, what the heck? What about, you know, everything that we talked about? So it's interesting. So yeah, Monday and Wednesday were kind of like both my slow days. I had work both nights from 4 to 8. Pretty uneventful. Okay, I feel like I want an astronaut. Let's see how these clear stickers look. Whoop. That's so cute. So yeah, work was pretty uneventful on Wednesday also. I worked with Bess for a little bit. Again, she was doing her weekly inventory, so that was fun. We kind of like gossiped more about everything that Vanessa had said the day before, and we're she was helping me to figure out like who I should go and talk to and what I should do. And after this, I decided to go to Miss Rowan's bookstore. She is one of Crowley's relatives that Vanessa had mentioned. And she owns this like super cute little bookstore. What do I want to use? Do I want to do another? I think I'm gonna. So I went to Miss Rowan's bookstore, and I didn't like call to see if she was going to be there ahead of time or anything like that. So I just kind of figured I would check it out, see if, you know, they had any cool books that I could get or anything like that, and probably like get some studying done while I was there. And she was there, and so I met her. She was super nice. She was an elderly woman. She had some, it was kind of sad actually. She needs a hip replacement, and when I was talking to her, she was talking about how I didn't tell her who I was or anything like that. I was kind of just, I didn't want to like intrude too much. So anyway, I was asking her, you know, she said that she was really close with Crowley, and it was really sad when he died, obviously, but they like saw it coming for a while. This is not working. They saw it coming, so they kind of like had time to prepare, but what she did not prepare for was the Topums, her other cousins, who are just like these nasty, vile people. And Crowley had been really pressuring her to get this hip surgery. She really didn't want it, and because she just is the type of person to never spend money on herself, so she didn't want to do it. And he said that he was going to make her do it, and so he was going to put it in his will to ensure that she ended up getting the hip surgery. And so she was like really surprised when that didn't happen. So another just like strange thing. So, but she was really nice, and that was really interesting to meet Miss Rowan. And her bookstore was really cute, so I'm glad that I checked that out. But that was really all that I did on Thursday. And then on Friday is my short class day. So we had class in the morning, and then work. So while I was working, it was a pretty slow night. And then surprisingly, Vanessa came in to say hi, and she was going out with her sister, Sarah, that night. So they invited me to go out with them, which I really wasn't planning on doing anything. I was just gonna like take it easy Friday night, but I really enjoyed, you know, breakfast with Vanessa the other day, so I decided to do it. So that was a lot of fun, but it was nice of her to stop by too and think of me. So anyway, she stopped by later in the evening, and then we went out that night, and it was nice to meet her sister. Also really interesting. You know, more drama with this whole family dynamic. So Sarah, Vanessa's sister, she is also really musically inclined, and I guess like she was going with Vanessa for their like weekly musical sessions, whatever you want to call them, with Crowley. And she's a little bit younger. She's a senior in high school this year. And so Crowley was going to give her like money for a scholarship to get into like some fancy school of the arts, an art school. She plays the violin, and so he wanted to help her with that because they didn't really have a lot of money. So she was really surprised that, again, nothing happened. And, a lot of this stuff, like, they had like long-term relationships with Crowley. So like they had been talking about it for a long time. It wasn't just something that like sprung up on him and like all of a sudden, he was like, oh, hey, I think I'll give you some money. It was like years of them like all having a relationship with him. And, he was sick for a really long time. So it was something that he had thought a lot about it. So that was another reason why it was like all just like really strange for everybody. So anyway, that was a little sad, but it was nice, I think, for them to get out and have a good time and kind of take their mind off of things for a little while, because I know Sarah and Vanessa have both been stressing out about what they're going to do without getting this money, because they definitely don't, come from a family with a lot of opportunities or anything like that. So I felt really bad for them. All right, let's put a weekend banner sticker here. That's cute. All right, let's put this here. And we're gonna put girls' night. So it was really nice to get to go out and hang out with them. I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that they went out too, because I think they've been really stressed, rightfully so. And it was really nice, actually, when we were out, we were all just like kind of talking about how stressful things have been. And I guess their family like has been staying in Crowley's like summer house. So they've been staying there for a while, and it was kind of just like understood that it was like their house. And they had assumed that like once the transfer of the reading of the will and everything happened, it would be, official. But with the reading of the will, it turns out that they gave it to the Topums. So they only had like a weekend. Crowley gave it to the Topums, so they had to get out, like they have like 2 weeks or something like that to get out. So they invited me over there next weekend. So I'm gonna do that, help them pack a little bit, and hopefully still try to have like a slightly relaxing weekend. But it'll be nice to kind of get out of town. I wish it were under better circumstances, So then on Saturday, we went to the Matthews farm, which was a lot of fun. So the Matthews brothers are Crowley's cousin, and they own this like apple orchard farm, and it's so cool. They like have apple cider donuts, and they have, beer and cider and games and live music and all this stuff. And it turns out that they had been in the works of distributing their trying to distribute their cider, and Crowley had been helping them with that because it's like a huge undertaking, and they didn't necessarily like have the means to do it on their own. And so he was an investor in that, and they had already put in a lot of time, energy, and their own money. And then they were kind of expecting, because they had talked about it when Crowley was alive, the remainder of the money that would be gifted to them to finish this project. And so, oh, I forgot the bottom washi. That's why this looks so weird. Okay, hold on. We'll get back to that. There we go. Okay, that's better. Anyway, as I was saying, they were working on getting their beer distributed and everything. Crowley was going to help them, and then they weren't anywhere in the will. And so they were kind of like really struggling. They were like even wondering if they were going to have to sell their orchard because they had invested already so much of their own money in this and like really been counting on it. And they didn't know what they were gonna be able to do. So that was really sad because it was really delicious. To be a shame for them to not be able to do that, because I'm sure it would make a killing. Okay, so those were pretty much all of the family members that I had quote unquote interviewed, if you will, this week. It was definitely interesting and also really sad to learn all of the stuff that was going on, and definitely like makes me really curious about the totems and like if there's like something fishy going on there. So I am excited to go to I'm not excited. I wish it were like under better circumstances, but I'm interested to go to Vanessa and Sarah's house that they've been staying at, because I guess the totems have a place nearby also. So I might try to do a little sleuthing and see if I can figure out what the deal is. I don't know if I'm going to try to meet totem or just like scope them out, you know, but I definitely want to get to the bottom of this, see if I can help them, because I feel really bad for everybody involved. Just like everything just like feels a little bit fishy, you know? So anyway, on Sunday I was running errands pretty much all day before I went to dinner with my dad on Sunday night. And he didn't necessarily think it was the best idea to try to talk to the totems. But you know, he knew I was going to do it anyway. So just told me to be careful. You know how dads are. Needs some more love. Let's put a little galaxy, a large galaxy over here. So yeah, I'm really excited to kind of see what I can figure out next week. Hopefully everything pans out the way that I'm hoping it does, and everybody can get what they deserve, including the totems, you know. Sounds like they need a lesson in gratitude and just not being jerks. So we'll see what happens. But that's pretty much it, I think. I'll fill in the sidebar as the week goes on, but that's pretty much it. I love the way this kit came out. All these stickers are from Sammy Jewel Designs. Really, really pretty. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this plan with me, and stay tuned for next week to see how the visit goes at the summer house and our vacation house, and just like general things. So hopefully we can get to the bottom of stuff. So anyway, I will talk to you all later. Okay, bye.